Hello again. This is Pastor Arthur. This is part 2 of a 3-part video series. You might remember my question from part 1 of this video series. The question is, what are you doing with your Christianity? Let's continue. Here are some things that you can do as a Christian. There are 20 things that you should do every day. These are most likely the most important things that you can do. Number 1, read the Bible. Number 2, pray. Adoration, confession, thanksgiving, supplication, intercession. Number 3, love others, family, friends, neighbors, and enemies. Number 4, practice random acts of kindness. Number 5, be patient and long-suffering. Number 6, serve others. Number 7, walk worthy of the gospel. Number 8, maintain a good testimony. Number 9, be careful what you say. Number 10, edify one another. Don't bite and devour. Number 11, test your faith. Number 12, crucify yourself daily. Number 13, confess your sins to God. Number 14, confess your faults to one another. Number 15, forgive others as Christ has forgiven you. Number 16, restore others to usefulness. Number 17, share your faith. Number 18, fellowship with other Christians. Number 19, be doers of the word. Number 20, keep on keeping on. You can use your time wisely in your daily efforts to do things for others that are pleasing to God. Next, have fun. Do you go through life being serious all or most of the time? Sometimes it is as if we think that there is the 11th commandment that thou shalt not have any fun. There isn't such a law, but we often act like it. Now, I am not talking about being foolish and going too far by avoiding responsibilities, but about taking some time to enjoy the good things God has given us and refresh our souls. So let's jump right in and not overthink this in no particular order. Number 1, watch a movie. Number 2, play a Bible board game. Number 3, go for a hike, walk, or picnic. Number 4, read a book of the Bible. Number 5, go to or organize a barbecue for friends or family. Number 6, go somewhere. Number 7, gardening. Number 8, photography. Number 9, enjoy a good book. Number 10, enjoy a good Sunday rest. Number 11, enjoy time with your family. Number 12, think up your own fun ideas. Don't be a grumpy Scrooge. If you have all the knowledge of the Bible but are grumpy all the time, who would be attracted to that? Find something fun and joyful to do once in a while so that you have a balance of serious time and joyful time. While the Bible does say it is not good to be a fool or to be a drunk, we also need to keep in mind that Jesus did attend a wedding and reminded us about the birds and the wildflowers. We need a healthy balance of fun and joy. It can give us glimpses of the joy of heaven to come. No one is saved by works. Of course, otherwise, we would surely brag about it. Ephesians chapter 2, verses 8 through 9 says, "For it is by grace you have been saved, through faith, And this is not from yourselves. It is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. But what do we have in our earthly possessions that we did not receive? The answer, of course, is nothing. God is the giver of all good things. Everything we have is a gift from God. 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 7 says, "For who makes you different from anyone else? What do you have that you did not receive? And if you did receive it, why do you boast as though you did not?" Whatever we have is by the sovereign will of God. So God expects us to be good stewards of what we possess. He will hold us accountable for what we have done with what we have been given. The word steward literally means a house manager. So we are managing for God what He has entrusted us with. The question is, what are we doing with what God has given to us? The parable of the talents shows that we have been given certain talents, but this parable also shows that we must use what we have or lose what we have. As a side note, in case you didn't know, the word talent has a dual meaning. In the Old Testament, a talent was a unit of measurement for weighing precious metals, usually gold and silver. In the New Testament, a talent was a value of money or coin. In the parable of the talents, Jesus was talking about money. However, in this portion of what I'm going to talk about, it is also about a special, often athletic, creative, or artistic aptitude, general intelligence or mental power ability, the natural endowments of a person or a person of talent or a group of persons of talent in a field or activity. So I'm going to be talking about both money and ability. I'm sure that you will be able to understand what I'm saying according to what I'm going to tell you. Matthew chapter 25 verses 14 through 30 says, "Again, it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted his wealth to them. To one he gave 5 bags of gold, to another 2 bags, and to another 1 bag, each according to his ability. Then he went on his journey. The man who had received 5 bags of gold went at once and put his money to work and gained 5 bags more. So also the one with 2 bags of gold gained 2 more. But the man who had received 1 bag went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. After a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled accounts with them. The man who had received 5 bags of gold brought the other 5. 'Master,' he said, 'you entrusted me with 5 bags of gold. See, I have gained 5 more.' His master replied, 'Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness.' The man with 2 bags of gold also came. 'Master,' he said, 'you entrusted me with 2 bags of gold. See, I have gained 2 more.' His master replied, 'Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness.' Then the man who had received 1 bag of gold came. 'Master,' he said, 'I knew that you are a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown and gathering where you have not scattered seed. So I was afraid, and I went out and hid your gold in the ground. See, here is what belongs to you.' His master replied, 'You wicked, lazy servant. You knew that I harvest where I have not sown and gather where I have not scattered seed? Well then, you should have put my money on deposit with the bankers, so that when I returned, I would have received it back with interest. So take the bag of gold from him and give it to the one who has 10 bags. For whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them. And throw that worthless servant outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. To be faithful in the little that we've been entrusted with means that God can trust us with much. But if we've been unfaithful with the little that we've been given, God will never trust us with more. Luke chapter 16, verse 10 says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much, and whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much." If we are burying our talents, whatever they might be, whether they are skills, gifts, or money, then God will surely not trust us enough to give us more. But if we are generous with what little we do have, God will know that we're trustworthy enough to handle more. The difference is, will we invest or will we simply bury or not use what we have? Have you heard the phrase that clenched hands cannot receive anything, but open hands can be filled? This seems to be the case in the economy of God. Unless we are willing to let go, God cannot ever fill our hands with more. I believe that we should never suppress a generous impulse. If you feel moved to help someone and it's within your power to do so, then do it, because if it's within your means to help someone and you don't, God sees that as sin. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 27 says, "Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due when it is in your power to act." James chapter 2 verse 16 says, "If one of you says to them, 'Go in peace, keep warm and well fed,' but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it?" This ends part 2 of the 3-part video series. I will see you in part 3. Thanks for watching, and again, God bless.